What's up everybody, it's KelseeBrianaJai here with a review, swatches, and a tutorial using the new Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. And this palette was newly launched from the brand, so of course I grabbed it. A ton of you guys said you wanted me to review it. So this is a totally new launch for them. This palette is a permanent palette, so that's super exciting. So let's go ahead and dive into the details. There's 21 eyeshadows in here and there's 0.8 grams of product. Or if you want to look at the individual weight of each eyeshadow, there's 0.02 ounces of product in each pan. On the back, it has a little bit more information about the eyeshadow palette as well as the colors. So it says, for the adventurer, the road warrior, or the weekend escapist, no matter where you're going or what you're getting up to, Born to Run is the only palette you need to pack. And never look back. From matte and neutral for meetings in San Francisco to jewels and metallic, must have for that weekend getaway in South Beach, or completely smoked out at Saturday dinner with bae. We've got you covered with options for endless looks. So it has 21 curated shades, a huge mirror, and a collage of our own personal travel photos. We created Born to Run to inspire you to take a rain check on reality. Now grab this palette and run. That was a very cute description. I'm looking at the palette and I'll let you guys know how I feel about that. This palette retails for $49. I ordered my palette from UrbanDecay.com. It started trickling into some Sephora's. So here's the palette. I like the packaging. It's something different. This packaging is extra sturdy. I think that they definitely took that into consideration because this is supposed to be a travel palette. So open it up. There is a huge mirror here, and then here is how the palette is organized. So it has different color stories. Like the description said, you can do so many different looks with this palette. It has your warm tones, it has cool tones, it's a mix of shimmer and matte, it has your transition colors, your highlight colors, colors to do a smoky eye, a ton of different colors to put on your lid. So basically you can do a variety of different looks ranging from day to night. I think the overall formulation of the eyeshadows is pretty consistent. There's none that I feel like are duds. Some of the eyeshadows are a little bit more pigmented than others, like the color Blaze. It has this really nice duochromeness to it, but it's very sheer, so you do have to layer it up or use like some type of spray to get it wet and make it more intensified. The matte eyeshadows are really nice. They're very smooth. I didn't have trouble using any of these eyeshadows on the lid. All of them pretty much show up pretty true to color. This is a more muted eyeshadow palette, so I would definitely recommend getting a base to allow the colors to pop more. So I've seen a lot of comments on the internet like, I don't know if I need this palette because it looks so similar to other eyeshadow palettes that I already have in my collection. I am not going to lie to you guys. This eyeshadow palette is like all the trends that we've been loving for the past year to 2 years in one palette. So I'm not necessarily going to tell you that you absolutely need this palette in your collection. But what I am going to say is that I think that it is a very well formulated palette. I think that it has all of your essential eyeshadows here. I think that this would be a great palette if you're a starter and you don't have all the other eyeshadow palettes. I mean, the most obvious ones that stick out to me are definitely the Makeup Shayla ColourPop collaboration palette, the Perception palette. You can't deny the similarity here. So if you have this palette and you're happy with this palette, honestly, I wouldn't say that you necessarily need this one. And another palette that I feel like the Born to Run palette bears a resemblance to is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. As you guys can see, there are variances in these two palettes, however they are very similar. But I think that these palettes also bear resemblance to other Urban Decay palettes like the Vice palette or the NYC palette, because let's not forget Urban Decay started this palette stuff, alright? I am going to go ahead and jump into the swatch portion of this video. I'm going to swatch each shade in that palette, no primer, no base. And then following that, I will show you guys the demonstration for how I completed this look. I have all other details about what's on my face down in the description box. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on this palette and I will talk to you soon. ahead and play with our palette. So I already have my eyes prepped and ready to go. So I'm going to go in with a MAC 217 natural hair brush and the color Weekender. And with this color, I'm going to dust it all across my eyelid. So all the way up. This is going to set our base. Next, with the same brush, I'm going to go in with the color Riff and pop this color right in my crease area. So back and forth motions to deposit the color. This is going to be our transition color. So you can do circular motions, just deposit that color really well. Same brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the color Good as Gone. And I'm going to apply that right here on the very outer corner. This color is very pigmented. So make sure you blend that. I'm not going to take this color too far in. Just pretty much concentrate it here. Whatever's left over, then start bringing that over just a bit. So I'm just going to go over this color again with a MAC 239 natural hair brush just to re-intensify it on the lid. Same brush, and I'm going to pick up the color Drift. And I'm going to pat this color right here in the center, making sure to blend it with the other eyeshadows, not taking it above my crease. Just tapping it on the edge of where Good is Gone ended. We're just going to blend these colors into one. I think that looks really good. Very smoky, grungy, gunmetal-ish. So I'm going to brighten it up a little bit. So with the MAC 228 small detailer brush, I'm going to take the color Big Sky and begin packing this color on the inner corner and blending it over. It's going to meet Drift. And I'm just going to tap this color right on the edge of where Drift ends and blend it over. Same brush, same color, and I'm just going to trace it on the lower inner corner, bringing it around. I'm going to stop it about here. And with the same brush, I'm going to take the color Radio on the rest of the lower lash line. I'm going to connect that color to Big Sky and drag it all the way across and make it connect to the eyeshadow at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and add liner, mascara, and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so this is the finished look. Let me know if you guys decide to get this palette down in the comment section. If you have not already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That way you see more videos from me, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Smooches. Bye.